Hi, everybody. Andrew Champagne here. Let me get my seat. I don't think I'm squared up here, Stephen. Okay, there I am. I'm glad to be here. As Keith Richards says, I'm glad to be anywhere. We had an amazing caucus at Edmonds School and virtual. The Burlington Democrats, in case someone's watching this and doesn't know, we had our nominating convention this weekend. And for mayor and for city council, we nominated, we had over 3,800 people. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my stuff here together. 3,800 people were involved in the caucus, and mostly virtually. It took place at Edmonds School. I'd like to thank Edmonds School. I'd also like to thank Town Meeting Television for their great work. I'd like to thank Jordan Mitchell, my executive producer. Thank you, Jordan, for spending the afternoon there. And also Bella and Luna, who are the crew, the camera people. We really had a good setup there. There's a lot of thanks. I need to thank the chair of the Burlington Democrats, who is Adam Roof. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get everything together here. And when you look at the screen, it's the other way. So Adam Roof, former city councilor, UVM alum, he did the Herculean work on the canvas, on the caucus, canvassing for the caucus. Also like to thank the legendary Andy Voda. Andrew, thank you so much. Beth Robinson, all the volunteers. Let's see who I can come up with. Muffy Mylans, Rob Gutman, and his wife. It really went well. Edmonds was a good spot. There was plenty of parking. We did have some people there. We had some food. We had some good guest speakers. We had the mayor gave a great address, and all the city councilors gave a good address. So let's go over what happened here. We had three very strong candidates. Let's see, maybe we have their pictures. Kevin, who's my line producer tonight. Joan Shannon, the winner. Like to thank you, Joan. You campaigned hard. Congratulations. Karen Paul, council president. Karen, you did a great job. You've done so much for Burlington, you and your whole family, generations here. And I'd like to, and there, C.D. Matson. Miss Matson, you did an excellent job. You brought the issues a little farther left. You brought some good organizing. You are a longtime loyal Democrat, and I'd like to thank you. Now, so out of that 3,800, I don't have exact totals. I don't know if we have any totals for that we could put up. Is that possible, Steve? No? Okay, no. I believe over 3,800 people voted. The winning candidate needed to get 50% of the vote. And Miss Counselor, we can put her up there because she's our candidate. Miss Joan Shannon, city councilor, and she is in Ward. She is 5 and 6. She is one of the counselors that have 2 wards. We have 8 counselors for all 8 wards, and then we have 4 that have 2. Kind of a way to bring the council down from 4, I think it was at 14 or 16. I also have a list here of the city council Democratic candidates, and they all look good. Several of them are incumbents. Okay, in Ward 1, Jeff Hand. Jeffrey, good job, my friend. Zariah Hightower is stepping down, who's a progressive, and so we're hoping to fill that seat with a Democrat, and I think we will. Ward 2, we do not have anyone. I have to say, Councilor Gene Bergman, who's a progressive, he's a strong candidate. He really kind of fits that ward well. So we're looking for someone in that. You can contact me. I'll put my telephone number up, okay, if I could. 802-540-0717. If anyone has any questions, needs to register to vote, wants to talk about the caucus, is interested in running in 2, I think that would be an uphill fight, I have to be honest. And then in 3, we have Malik Mines. Mr. Mines, excellent. He's going to run hard. Now, remember, everyone, that the wards have changed a little bit, especially 2, and 3. So you might want to call City Hall or get on the internet, or again, you can call me. For example, for many years, I was in Ward 2, about 25 years, and now we've changed over to 3. The thing is that the wards have to be within 10% of each other. So what they were trying to do is move the students around a little bit so they weren't all in one ward. Okay, in Ward 4, incumbent, I think we have a picture of her too. Ms. Sarah Carpenter. I don't know if maybe we do, Kevin? Okay, we'll give it a try. And then in Ward 5, we also have my great friend who I worked on his campaign last time. And I was told I'm hired again. His name is Ben Travers. Okay? In Ward 6, a new candidate who did very well. She ran against, she had a tough primary fight, and her name is Becca Brown McKnight. Okay, Miss McKnight, we wish you luck. We'll be helping you. And then in 7, which is, that's a big ward. That's in the New North End. That makes things happen up there. That is Mr. Evan Litwin. So I'm going to go over these one more time. The first one is Mr. Jeff Hand. Ward 2, we do not have a candidate again. We hopefully will get one. We'll see what happens. Ward 3, Malik Mines. Ward 4, incumbent Sarah Carpenter. And Ward 5, Ben Travers, another incumbent. In 6 and 7, 2 new candidates. The first one is Becca Brown McKnight. And in Ward 7, up in the New North End, the candidate is Evan Litwin. So I hope I got everyone's name right and pronunciation right. You can go to burlingtondems.com, mightbe.org. You can give me a call. We can put my telephone number up there again, please. 802-540-0717. We can keep that up for a while, Kevin. I'd like to thank Kevin and Steven tonight, who are my producers, and they're doing a great job. And, I'll tell you, it's a little bit of whirlwind. I'm a little exhausted from the caucus. It was quite something. I didn't know who was going to win. I thought it would be between Karen and Joan. And what we had here was Joan seemed to pull away. I'm not that sure. I think it's for a variety of reasons. I think she's very well known as a realtor around town. She sold hundreds and hundreds of houses. I think it's also her 20 years of campaign, being a city councilor. And, she got off to a fast start. She had a good kickoff in City Hall Park with at least 100 people there. And her message seemed to resonate of public safety. I again want to thank, and I'd like to put them up one more time, please. I would again like to thank Karen Paul, City Councilor Karen Paul. There you go, my friend. And citizen and activist, Democratic activist, involved very much in the tech world, Miss C.D. Matson, and she prefers to be called Matson. So Matson, thank you so much. As I said, these two, I think, brought the conversation a little toward the left. Now everything is set. We are ready. As of right now, the 2 candidates are State Representative Emma Mulvaney-Stanek, okay, and again, City Councilor Joan Shannon. Now, these two, for example, Emma was endorsed at the Progressive Caucus, and that happened, I think, December 3rd, maybe December 4th. They had about 150, 175 people. So you see, when there is a contested caucus, people come out, as evidenced by the Democratic caucus, where we had the mayor and then we had several competitive city council seats. You have a very clear distinction between what the progressive Emma Mulvaney-Stanek is looking for and what Joan Shannon is looking for. I think the choice is quite clear. Obviously, I'm endorsing Joan Shannon. I'm doing that on television right now. I did not endorse anyone in the caucus. I thought highly of all 3 candidates. I thought about voting for all 3. But that caucus is done. What we need to do is come out of the caucus with the energy that we put into the caucus and not lose it over the holidays, and take it through the cold, cold January and February, when we've got to hit the doors, when we've got to do the letters, when we've got to write to the editors, come on talk shows, talk to your neighbor. And again, what wins elections? Knocking on doors, personal contact with the voter. Now, if anyone would like, and can we just put that phone number back up and leave it, please? Again, we have so many people that are not registered in Burlington. Either they've moved. And what happens when they move is that ballots are now being mailed. And so, for example, if I live on Green Street and I move, the ballot goes to Green Street, the postman, I'm not there, so it's sent back to City Hall, and then there's a challenge put on your ballot. And so it's very easy, especially with students. You know, they live year to year in Burlington, you know, June to June, and the ballot doesn't follow them, and they don't always know to re-register. So if you have questions, you can call me. You can call City Hall, 865-7000. You can give them, you know, type it in on the internet. You can stop by City Hall any day from Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. And I'd like to thank all my friends in City Hall, and more like the city clerks. They're doing a great job. Sarah and Catherine and Tenzin and Keaton and Philip and Lori, of course, the legendary Lori. These people are here to help you. And unlike other states, we want you to vote. So let's say you've moved here. Let's say you're a student, or let's say you're just here for the winter or something. You want to go skiing, but you're living in Burlington, or you're living anywhere in the county, and you don't have a Vermont ID. Okay, in a lot of states, that's the killer. They say, hey, you're done, man. You've got, for example, in New Hampshire, which, you know, is very conservative and very behind the times in a lot of things. And I dropped my microphone, sorry about that. You have to have New Hampshire ID. So for all those students at Plymouth State College and Keene State College, Keene State University, Plymouth State University, and UNH, or New England College, or, you know, all sorts of schools there. Without a New Hampshire ID, you can't vote. I personally think that, you know, voting and driving are two different things. And so what we do in Vermont is, let's say you come to us where I grew up in Connecticut, and you don't have an ID, a Vermont ID. We can use the last 4 digits of your Social Security, okay? We don't want your full social. Please never give that out to anyone, okay? And this is the most important form you fill out probably in your life. And even we don't want your full social. So what can you do to register to vote? You can give me a call. You can stop by City Hall. You can register yourself. We really want you to vote here. So it's not a big deal to register to vote. It takes about 90 seconds. I do a lot of voter registration at Higher Ground and at concerts like at Shelburne Museum, or at Champlain Valley Expo, or at Nectar's. All my great friends, I'd like to thank them all. I'd like to thank Alex Crothers and Melinda Vachon and Danny Bennett for helping me at Higher Ground. Did over 50, or I think closer to 60 events through the Higher Ground family this year, and they are unbelievable. I've also registered about 80 members of their amazing staff. So I want to thank you again, Alex, Danny, Melinda, Joe, James, let's see, Danny, Kurt, Kyle, everyone. Kat, my great friend Kat, who always helps me there. So we also have, about 4 years ago, we put into effect, we have same-day voting registration. And it's so easy. You go to your polling place. Now let's go over the wards. Ward 1 is up by UVM, Mater Christi School. Ward 2, H.O. Wheeler School, the heart of the Old North End. Ward 3, again, heart of the Old North End, very close to each other, is Lawrence Barnes School. Ward 4, St. Mark's Church. We take it up to the New North End. Wards 5 is Burlington Electric. Ward 6, where we held the caucus, Edmonds Middle School. And Ward 7 is the Goss Senior Center, right off the avenue. Now, if you live in the New North End and you're on the left side of the avenue, you vote at St. Mark's. If you're on the right side of North Avenue, you vote at the Senior Center on Goss Drive, Goss Court. So what's going to happen is there's going to be 8 city council races. We have some incumbents. We have some new candidates. For example, Karen Paul chose to run as a candidate for mayor, so she did not run again for city council. So we're going to have a new councilor there. It looks like maybe you have a picture of him. I'd like to thank him. Ali Zhang in the New North End. I think he's been on the council for either 6 years or 4, no, probably 6, I think. He is stepping down, and what a good man he is. Now, to everyone watching the show, the thing is about the council, it's an extraordinary amount of work. Like tonight, they will have a full slate. They'll have some resolutions. They'll have some controversial stuff. They'll have some stuff that has people upset, angry, yelling even. They'll also have routine, run-of-the-mill, small-town business. But they have city council about 30 times a year, maybe 35 times a year. It's sometimes on Monday, sometimes on Tuesday. Also, many of the city councilors are on the Board of Finance, and sorry, putting this on so you can see who I'm supporting for president. So they have a great deal of work to do. They're only paid $5,000. Nothing, you know, $50 a meeting or something? And it comes with a lot of work, constituent paperwork, people calling, people texting. And I have to say, Burlington, sometimes people love to complain here. So not every comment they hear is peaches and cream. And there are some tough resolutions, and that, sometimes they're very emotional, and people lead with their heart. And it's not easy being on city council. And I'd like to thank all the city councilors. The ones who are staying, the ones who are going. There are 4 city councilors that are not up for re-elections, and that's the people that represent the 2 wards, 1 and 8, 2 and 3, 4 and 7, and 5 and 6. Again, you know what? You know who I haven't thanked, Kevin? My main man, Mr. Mayor. You did a great job on the caucus. 12 years after your I know we have a picture of him. 12 years after your historic win. There he is. That's in City Hall Park. Sharp suit, my friend. Also, on a personal note, Mr. Mayor called me and asked me, and I registered his daughter to vote, Leland Weinberger. Leland, congratulations. A senior at BHS, applying and getting into colleges, working. What a great young person. And you were in first grade when your dad started as mayor, and you're now a senior. So you and the Weinberger family have lived through all this. His great wife, Stacy, his daughter, Ada, his wonderful parents. They're great people. And Mr. Mayor, I don't know what's going on with you. You are thinking strongly about running for governor. Bring it on. Why not? In a state that is 2/3 Democratic, we have a Republican governor. He is very popular. But you know what? I haven't seen him here on the fentanyl crisis. I have not seen him on the economic crisis that is facing the whole entire north part of the state. For example, from Johnson to Newport, it's about 60 miles. It is so economically depressed. They have terrible drug problems. They are losing their young people. They're losing their soul there. In Newport, through terrible, terrible, fraudulent stuff where guys went to prison, there's a hole in the ground which has not been developed. Now our hole in the ground is finally being worked on. Thank God. It looks about 8 stories. There's also a lot of housing going up in Burlington. Our fear of Burlington sometimes in Burlington is we can't have Burlington just for the rich folks. You know, they keep Burlington weird. That kind of, freak power. That's Burlington. You know, our colleges, our universities, our music, our downtown, our arts, our culture. Things like 7 Days, things like the movie theater, things like the Black Box, our amazing bars and clubs like Nectar's and Three Needs, and I can go on, is what keeps Burlington going. Burlington is not cookie cutter. We all know that. Let me just catch my thoughts here and catch my breath. I'm talking so fast. All right. So moving on. Okay, wrapping up the caucus. I'm going to read it one more time. Our nominees, please support them, vote for them, see if you can help them. Jeff Hand. Ward 2, we do not have a candidate at this time. That's a tough one for us. Ward 3, Malik Mines. Ward 4, incumbent Sarah Carpenter. Ward 5, Ben Travers, incumbent. Ward 6, some new candidates here. Becca Brown, McKnight. And Ward 7, Evan Litwin. Our candidate for mayor will be Ms. Joan Shannon, city councilor. Congratulations, Ms. Shannon. And congratulations and thank you to City Councilor Karen Paul and citizen activist C.D. Mattson. I'm going to switch away here. I'm on, I believe, for another 8 minutes. Is that right, Kevin? Okay. So we are going to talk about the national. We're going to go to my main man, besides Burrow and Senator Leahy and Senator Welch. And that is our wonderful, wonderful President of the United States. There he is. He had a birthday since the last time we saw him. Happy birthday, Mr. President. You are flying. From his work, from flying to Israel, from in Europe, he is everywhere. His energy level is off the hook. And I want to thank he and Dr. Jill Biden for their leadership. I think we have a picture of her. She is wonderful. She really, really is great. Now, why I'm speaking about first ladies, I don't know, maybe Kevin can find a picture. I sure hope so. She just passed away at age 96. Rosalind Carter, so great. You know, one of the first, she and Eleanor Roosevelt were the first 2 first ladies to really get involved in policy. And she loved politics so much more than her husband. And I don't know if we can get a picture up there in tribute to her. Can we do that? I'm not sure. Okay, we're working on it. My crew is the best here. And again, it showed her amazing life when at her funeral there was 3 presidents there and with her 6 first ladies. So thank you all for them coming. You know what, I'm hoping maybe for the last 30 seconds of the show we can put Miss Carter on a picture and then I'll fade out with that, Kevin. How does that sound? Okay. I have 6 minutes. So it looks like, as much as I would hate to say it, it looks like it's going to be, again, former President Trump and President Biden. They're going to do it for a 3rd time, and Joe's going to kick his ass for a 3rd time, okay? 2nd time, I'm sorry. Hillary there. What I think is that we're going to win. I think by this time that President Trump might be a convicted felon. How do you vote for a convicted felon for President of the United States? He tried to change 11,000 votes in Georgia. Now, we got him on this. He's also done so much financial chicanery. his net worth is much reduced from what he's claiming it to be. He's committed perjury. He's committed fraud. He's, people in his organization have gone to prison, and he just casts them aside. I think his coercion with the Russians is treason. Boy, that's tough. I'm sitting here, Andrew here, a citizen, saying the former president of the United States is maybe a traitor. And boy, that hurts to have to say it, but I think he is. We see the good work that Vice President Kamala Harris has done. Maybe we can get her up there too. She's done a good job. She is going to be going coast to coast. I bet we'll have, there's Miss Carter. I'll tell you what we'll do is, can we save that for the last 30 seconds of the no, we can't. Okay. Boy, what a beautiful person, mind, body, and spirit. Her relationship with her husband, her kids, grandkids, great-grandkids. She was a wonderful person. Look at that smile. I miss her. She, there's a poem, I think Delmore Schwartz or something, he said, for those who are truly great. And that was her. I have about 4 minutes left, so we're just going to keep that up for the rest of the time as a tribute to Miss Carter, if that's okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Kevin, thank you today, and Stephen, thank you. Megan, Emily, obviously, Miss Lauren Glendavidian, everybody here at Town Meeting Television. And again, to Bella and Luna and my executive producer, Ms. Jordan Mitchell, who covered the caucus so well. It was quite something. And, democracy, when it works, democracy can be unruly. Democracy can be angry. Democracy can be turbulent. But it really went smoothly the other day. And for those, I'm taping on Tuesday, December 12th at about 6 o'clock. And I'm still a little, amazing. And exhausted from it too. I have about 2 minutes left. So let's talk about if you want to register to vote so you can vote in March. That will also be the presidential primary. Go to City Hall, give me a call. Register at your polling place. You can register yourself. Again, you can call me. This election's going to be big. The winner will have to win about 10,000 votes. That's a lot. We will be knocking at your door. We will be on your porch. Progressive, Democrats, independents. Everyone wants to talk to the voter. And so what do I have, about 1.5 minutes left? Is that right? Okay. Again, we'd just like to thank you all. I'm pretty much finished for the night. I think I'm gonna take my microphone off. I'm gonna hope we can just leave it on with a picture of Miss Rosalind Carter, one of our favorite first ladies. Again, I'll give a little more talk here. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone at Channel 17 TV, Town Meeting TV. Thank you to all the candidates, win, lose, or draw. It's not easy being out there. It shows you care. We love this town. Treat this town with kid gloves. Be kind to each other. Happy holidays. Take care. We will see you in the next year. Thank you, everyone. It was a good 23, and it's going to be a great 24. Thank you.